Holy shit. Guess who's going to be very happy with the merger of our United States military and the Israeli military? His name is Itamar Ben Javir, something like that, anyways. Of course, Benjamin Netan bullshit. He's going to be super happy too. And a lot of our Congress and senators are going to be super happy. Isn't that weird? Don't y'all think that something is wrong when our elected representatives and also our president and our vice president, they are all super happy to be merging with another country? What the fuck is going on here? What the shit? It's like I'm living in freaking cuckoo times. What the hell? Yeah, so anyways, they couldn't get enough votes to do it through the Congressional Act, so they moved it to the SAVE Act. The SAVE Act. The Save America Act that's going to be going through the Senate. And all of these bastards, all these evil bastards are going to vote to merge the United States with a whole bunch of evil bastards from Israel. Yeah. I mean, take a look at Itamar Ben Javir. Take a look at him. Just go on Instagram or somewhere, X, and start typing in his name. He's the Minister of Security over there. Real evil bastard. He's like Howard Lutnick, our 41st Secretary of Commerce that Trump was told to appoint, along with the rest of these bastards. Anyways, call your senator. Call your congressman and tell them that they're a bunch of treasonous traitors to our country. And good luck, America. Long live the Republic.
Here's yesterday's list of the Zionist sellout traitors who voted yes to merge our militaries together. For the AIPAC All-Stars, we got Marsha Blackburn and Tel Aviv Ted, just to name a few. Most disappointed with is Senator Rand Paul, or should I say Paulenstein, who claims to be a constitutionalist, but doesn't realize merging militaries with the enemy is treason? But don't worry guys, they haven't taken over the executive branch yet. Oh, never mind. What's crazy is even when the bad ones leave this earth, to substitute in his Zionist sister to still vote yes. We were able to delay them yesterday because they needed a total of 60 votes, they only got 51. It doesn't stop there though, because that same portion of the bill, House just added that part to the Save America Act, which they passed yesterday, which we already know all of these traitors will vote yes on. And Tel Aviv Ted even looks like Benedict Arnold. We want real justice from these traitors? We need to go back to how our founding fathers dealt with them in the 1790s when they passed the Crimes Act. Call your senators and let them know you know about the 1790 Crimes Act. Let's wake up.
The National Defense Authorization Act of 2027, Section 219, has a provision that provides for the integration of the IDF and the U.S. military at the top, most sensitive levels of our military operations, and that is a fact. Now, when you have an integration and you say you're going to eliminate duplication, that's a merger, and so they're merging. And the
U.S. military and Israeli military.
Yeah, and in specific areas like artificial intelligence and autonomous functioning of vehicles, that will increase the kill efficiency, right?
Yes.
In quantum sensing, that deals with very sophisticated data and will blur the distinction between offense and defense, okay? Cyber electronic war is another area they want to merge in, which you can't really, if you take AI and you match it with these sophisticated technologies, you expand the ability to hurt people, really, to kill people. They want to merge missile defense, space defense, directed energy. It's a whole range of things, and biological technology, including potential biological warfare. What could go wrong, right? The first issue is American sovereignty. I don't care, Israel or whoever. We cannot cause another country to be involved in the decision-makings that relate to the national security of the United States of America.
Yes.
We have to be singular and solitary in that regard. This provision in this bill, all the safeguards go out the window. And essentially, it's a merger, and, one step from a merger is an acquisition. I am, yeah, really, think about that. And think about this, too, in this context. We had kind of a kind of a practice run of this merger in Iran. Look what happened. The other thing is, it's unconstitutional. First of all, Israel doesn't have a constitution. Secondly, they're not taking any oath to the United States of America to protect our interests. So what is this about? Why are we becoming more vulnerable to a nation whose military values are so distinct from ours? The National Defense Authorization.
את הפסקת האש בין ארצות הברית לאיראן. מדינה ריבונית אינה קבלן ביצוע של שום מעצמה. היא אינה מחויבת להסכמים שסותמים את הגולל. אנחנו חייבים להמשיך להרוס את הבתים בדרום לבנון. חייבים להמשיך להרחיק את התושבים בדרום לבנון.
These people are absolute animals, and I hope that the world is now waking up to see what we've been saying for so long, for so many years. Now that Donald Trump has done this miraculous 180...
I'll tell you what, Israel's fighting Hezbollah too long, and too many people are being killed. And you don't have to knock down an apartment house every time you're looking for somebody, because there are a lot of people in those apartment houses, and they're not all Hezbollah, that I can tell you.
I'm hoping that the super MAGA fans that follow him into the pits of hell will now wake up and be like, Israel is not a greatest ally. They are an absolute fucking succubi, absolute parasite that just sucks us dry of resources, weapons, money, taxpayer dollars, and sucks the blood and life out of the Middle East completely. For this fat gluttonous fuck to sit there and say that Israel isn't a contractor of any superpower, the only reason there is a state of Israel is because of the United States. All of the war crimes you're committing are done with U.S. taxpayer dollars, U.S. bombs, U.S. weapons and ammunition. Sit there and say, we don't have to listen to the United States. We don't have to do what they tell us to do, even though we're a fucking parasite that suckle at their nipple and wouldn't be able to survive without them. I hope that Donald Trump or somebody in the cabinet wakes the fuck up and cuts them off. Cut them off of funding, cut them off of weapons, ammunition, cut them off of any type of aid or help. Let them rot in hell where they belong.
And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. That's very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot, and I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
Our job is not to make you look good, American Jews. What do you have to worry about? Your job is to make us look good. You have got to serve 2 or 3 years in the army of words.
We also create content for non-Jewish influencers and initiate. They say genocide. We explain why it's not a genocide. They say apartheid. We explain why it's not, right?
You have to brainwash all the time. You have to explain it. Because this is the only way to continue Zionism.
I offered Hamas is ISIS, and I offered why. That worked. It even got to Biden's speech.
When you think about it, the masters of the universe are Jews. We've got Altman and AI, we got Zuckerberg, we got Sergey Brin. It's us. And we have to figure out a way to win the digital battle.
Our job.
We can't really argue that the Goyim are going to be annihilated. That's not really an option for all the Nevuos, all the prophecies. And not only Goyim as individuals, you could say that we broke down their nationalities, and there are all a bunch of Yechidim running around. No, as nations even. As Goyim, they're gone. their personality, as they exist b'fnei atzmam, as they would exist independently of Klal Yisrael, they don't exist. They're done. In modern terminology, they call it cultural genocide.